Slot machines have been called the crack cocaine of gambling, electronic morphine.
The pokie machine is the evil genius.
The heart of a game is math. That's our product.
I have such pity for the people that play them because I know what an awful bet they are because I designed hundreds of these games.
I tend to think of the games as like little movies. You just have one scene, though, that kind of plays over and over again.
These incredibly complex machines where you don't really know if you're winning.
There needs to be something that pulls them to the machine, and that's what the graphics are.
There'll be a bit of a gallop to the sound of the reels going, and they keep plugging away.
Those machines are so powerfully built. They're built for addiction.
If you stimulate the dopamine neurons, you're already halfway into the direction of addiction.
What other things besides drugs might turn on this system? Could we see the system turn on in a game of chance?
Suddenly the neurons were going wild.
You're like a rat that's sitting there key pressing to get a little jolt of electricity in your reward system.
I consented to playing. I didn't consent to unlawful hypnotism.
It's a racket run by people protecting a predatory, addictive product.
The house will win. There's no chance. It's just built that way.
National Campaign Manager Tony Moore and the Chair of the Gambling Impact Society, Alison Keogh.
We know we have a dangerous product. 30% of people who use these machines regularly end up being seriously harmed by them. If we had any other product in society that caused that much harm, there'd be outrage. It'd be recalled. So why have these machines been allowed to cause so much harm for so long? There's 3 reasons why. We've been told a story that has put all of the blame and all of the shame on the people behind the machines, using them, and not on the people who profit from the machines and operate them. The second reason is that although 70% of Australians really care for the people who are hit hard by poker machines, they don't see it as a government priority for action because it's the person in front of the machine using it that's responsible for their own fate. And the third reason is that we have an $11 billion industry that's been telling us this story. And they've been telling us because they have 11 billion reasons to maintain the status quo.
And that industry has caused heartbreaking and irreparable damage. When you think about how many people will be coming home with empty wallets tonight, it's 395,000 people coming home stressed, ashamed, not understanding why or how they ended up spending hours and hours in front of a machine, and yet they'll still feel the pull to go back. One of those people was my mum. Our family moved to the country for a better life when I was 9 years old. So I didn't understand why, over time, Mum wasn't home a lot. Or why Dad became distant and irritable and it wasn't okay to ask Dad where Mum was. Or why Mum's moods were so unpredictable, why it was okay to do something one day and then be disciplined for it the next. This is much of what my childhood was like. Tension was really high. Helping out with chores became running a household. Constantly worrying about money and what was happening to our family and what would come of us and feeling responsible for fixing it. Eventually, when I was 17, the stress and weight of it became too much and my health deteriorated to the point of significant weight loss and ulcers. So I left home before I'd finished school and ending up with a tertiary entrance rank of 32%. For a long time, I didn't understand why Mum couldn't stop, but obviously after researching the machines, I understand why, and I really think it could happen to anyone you know or anyone that you care about. I'm only one of hundreds of thousands of others who are experiencing this right now. So right now, people are walking into their local club or pub for a harmless flutter on the pokies that will quickly snowball into a full-blown addiction, and the impacts will be felt for a lifetime. Many won't talk about it because the stress and the shame and the stigma keeps them silent, but this industry is only able to hurt people the way they do if we remain invisible and silent. And so we will change that.
Tonight, you've got a chance to support us making these plans a reality. Tonight, every $1,000 that's donated will help us run a community screening of the film Ka-Ching. We'll work with our 50 member organisations to bring together people that have trust and know each other already. We'll show them the film and they'll be informed and they'll be shocked. We'll introduce them to people like Alison, who'll be able to share with them their experience, face to face, heart to heart. We'll lead them in a discussion that takes them from concern to action. Practical actions that will build the support for reform and that will influence the political decision makers that can do it. Tonight, every person that puts their hand up will support a community that will stand up to poker machines that have been designed to addict and that have caused so much harm for people like Alison and for hundreds of others, hundreds of thousands of others like her. With those community screenings building around the country, there will be a chorus of support that just can't be ignored. Thanks.